All right, hey guys. So I want to fellowship for a minute. First off, I've been in prayer for everybody. I know there's a lot of us in need, spiritually, physically, and we interceding in prayer for each other is key. And also, if we're able to lend physical aid, whether it's monetarily or anything, we should do that too, if we're able. I've been thinking a lot about how years ago I was being taught how to just watch the waters of the world. The Most High was dealing with me in terms of learning how to block out all the noise in the world and focus and truly listen for His voice. It was almost like I had to learn to withhold my tongue in all things and wait for wisdom from Him. And I do that to this day, and it's very important because the world gets wrapped up in the emotional, political, and military movements that happen, that the media will put in front of your face subliminally, and a lot of it, well, actually, I have come to know that the media doesn't speak any truth, especially in political matters. Everything is for one agenda. The agenda of the beast that's coming out of the sea. The system of the beast. That is what their agenda is. And everything else they may share is distractions. But we don't need to get wrapped up in that. We need to be seeking the voice of our Father and our Messiah. Because if you don't know when you are, who you are, or where you are, then essentially you're lost. And that goes into the deception of how Satan will go out and deceive the nations, which I believe they are deceived right now. It goes into like our creation around us. Where are we? I've shared plainly. I shared a creation dream that I had one time where I was up in the sky and I saw the earth laid out. It was so well laid out that every inch, every detail. And it really made me understand where we are. Then when we are on a timeline, we have to understand eschatology. And then look, the dragon, he has no obligation to us to tell us the truth about where we are. So we have to seek that. And then who we are. Who are we? Our generations. Where are we? How do we fit in? Once you realize that you're a child of Yahuah, the Most High, the Creator, the one who formed Adam, the one who came in the flesh and our Messiah, once you realize that, then that is a firm footing. And then you want to learn more. You want to understand His commands, His ways, His personality. And you'll come to know His loving kindness and mercy and patience and fierceness. Because when I'm a lot of times praying and trying to seek the Messiah and seek our Father in heaven, I feel like I'm just poured out like water. But I wouldn't have it any other way because I want to have His wisdom in these days. I don't seek the wisdom of men or lying scribes or, go through the history that we've been taught from a very young age. I seek the truth. And because I've sought the truth, I've been led down to study things that are very eye-opening. And I want to know, so you know who you are, saved and bought by your Creator who came in the flesh and died for you. Where you are you on this, spinning ball flying around the sun? Are you on a firm, secure creation of the Most High Yahuah? Biblically, I believe in the creation model. So then you have to ask, okay, when are you? And that's very important. I believe that we are again in that Gog-Magog. I have talked about this. I have talked about Revelation 20. And I don't believe that Revelation is in order necessarily, the books or the chapters. You know, I believe that it is a puzzle that those who seek the Most High, they'll be guided through that. But the God of Magog is very important, guys, because you look around, the nations are deceived. And then you look around all the wars and the rumors of wars, that flows into the Gog of Magog. And then you can go even further. It's important that we understand that the dragon will try, and his people will try to impersonate the ways of the Most High. The eternal enemy of Yahuwah is Hasatan, Hashem, Baal, Moloch, all this pantheon of false gods. They are the eternal enemies of Yahuwah, your creator. Your creator. The breath in your lungs right now is from him. That is his. He owns that. You know, it's tough because the brainwashing and sorcery is very powerful in these days. There's a lot of militant movements in the Christian church. I know I put my life in the hands of the Most High. I truly do believe that, because I don't think I could hurt one of my brothers or sisters, especially if they are deceived and brought violence against me based on a lie that they believe. You know, and I see people use certain scriptures to support the shedding of innocent blood when some of those things have already come to pass. Like King David fighting the Philistines. You know, so many lies, it's a lot to unravel. A lot to unravel. And again, if you're not seeking the Most High, you'll get swept up in the muddy waters of this world. And I do not want to see that happen to anyone that hears my voice. I said in the beginning, if just one was better off and led back to the Father from my channel, then it's my work is done. And I always ask why the cup that Yahuwah gave me was so I knew when I started my channel it would cause me a lot of pain. I would see and learn things that it would be easier not to know. It's easier to believe a lie in this world because truth has no home. And when you speak it, you're immediately attacked. For instance, I talk about that star, the false star of David, get attacked, which it is not. Do you think that King David would create an idol for himself and the nation of Israel? When his creator, Yahuwah, expressly commanded him, you will have no graven images of anything in heaven, earth, or the oceans below. And you will not worship or create for yourself any graven images. And then they blaspheme that part and say that King David had a star. He did not. He did not. And then I talk about how the tribes of Israel are still spread out around the world. And people are like, no, they're all in Jerusalem. No, they're not. And then you have to research who they truly are and how there are usurpers in Jerusalem right now. People who say they are one thing and are not. Bloodline of the dragon, and even back to ancient Babylon and the Khazarian Empire and Turkey and, you know, again, Babylon. And then, but once you do that and you start speaking truth, it's very easy to speak the truth. It's just, you don't get anything out of it. I don't look to get anything out of my channel. I'm not monetized. I'll never ask for a dime. If I end up broke, you know, in a hole somewhere underneath the stump of a tree, and that is where me and my family live, but yet I have the truth of Yahuwah, then, and I can just share it with those who I come into contact with, I truly believe that, you know, whatever he has prepared for me, that's what it will be. But it's just hard because a lot of people don't want to know the truth. But I have an obligation not only to you, but to the things that I've been shown. I pray for those who beat the drums of war and try to support the shedding of innocent blood, or just basically use the scriptures to back up that. I'm just telling you, the Most High is keeping track. He does know your heart. I have come to know that 100%. I laid mine down at the foot of his throne, even though he's an inapproachable light. That's why we must seek our Messiah in all things, because the Most High is just that. He is an inapproachable light. Fierce. But because of our Messiah, we are redeemed. And a lot of people, I found, when they don't want to seek the truth because it is very taxing. Because you have to unpack all the lies you've been told your whole life. And it goes on today. It has nothing to do with race, creed, religion, nationality, skin color. Nothing. If anything, the dragon uses skin color to divide us even more, to make us fight each other, when in fact, I know for a fact that Yahuah created, he has different races that he created, 100%. And that they are brothers. Those races are actually brothers, but they fight each other because they've been lied to by the dragon. The same ones who start all these political wars all over the earth. They want to divide the children of the Most High. And they have done a very good job. But those times are coming to an end, and they know it. Because when Yahushua comes back, our Messiah, he is going to consume all of them with the brightness of his coming. And I believe that's why a lot of the militaries around the world I don't think it's so much that they're setting up for war. I think they're preparing the Gog of Magog so that they can have all their armies in place to try to fight our Creator and fight the Messiah. Like, look at how they're all facing. A lot of the armies, they're moving to the east and northeast. Where is the Messiah coming from in the scriptures? The Antichrist looks to the east, northeast, looking for his coming. In anticipation, he's fearful. The nations of the world are doing the same thing. So again, we got to be wise. Don't be deceived, please. I love you guys. I truly do. If one of you guys needed a kidney tomorrow, it would not, and I was a blood type match, or whatever, it would not even be a question to me. And I go on not times where I'm away, but you have to understand, I only come and do a message if it's something that brings forth fruit and that I have truly earnestly sought out in the Spirit. Because there's a lot of deception out there, even in the church, and I've shared certain things I found with pastors, and they don't refute what I say. They can't disprove, and some of them even admit it's true, but they don't want to talk about it because it unravels a lot of things that they've talked about before. And again, they bank on a lie that they got deceived into speaking. It's not too late to come out of it, though. I pray all of you guys are well. I know that it's going to be a very interesting winter. We need to pray for those who are in need on the streets. Elderly who are by themselves, guys. So many elderly out there by themselves in a home, very little money, can barely keep the heat on. You know, that's something that the Most High showed me, is that there's a lot of people in need that in our passing each other day to day, we don't know. Because the world is not set up the way that Yahuah wants it. Yahuah wants his able-bodied men and women, his children, out doing his good things all day. All day. Walking door to door, handing out blankets and money and food to people in need. That is his kingdom. His kingdom bears forth good fruit even in the face of adversity. Even at the darkest moment, his kingdom is bringing light into the darkness. And that's what I've tried to do. That is all I've tried to do with you guys. You guys are my family. And if you don't see me post or a message, know that I'm hard at. I am steady. Still on the narrow path, and a lot of times it's a chance to watch the water so that when I speak, there's a reason for it. Don't be swept up in the violence and the emotional wars that go on in the spirit. That is all things to disarm you so that you're easily led here or there. Plant your sword in the ground. You have the voice of your Creator, okay, in your bound up in your heart and soul and your mind. Take the Torah and pray that He would write it on your heart. His commands, His holiness, His ways. The ways the Messiah kept here on earth. That He gets such great joy when He sees you overcome. When you follow His ways in adversity, when it seems impossible and you do it, that brings so much honor and joy to your Creator. Keep pushing on, all right? No matter what happens. I love you guys, and we'll talk later. Bye.